Thanks for inviting us in. It's 11 o'clock. We'll have more on those stories in a moment, but we want to begin tonight at 11 with breaking news because in the last half hour, police confirmed 2 men were shot on the southwest side of Indianapolis. We've got our Logan Gay live for us tonight near Canby. So, Logan, is anyone in custody?
Yes, Scott, we now know that 1 person has been detained, and this shooting happened here on the 6900 block of Stanley Road. Those 2 men were taken to the hospital, and we are told they are stable. You can see that this is still a very active and large scene. There are police cars that are lining up this road as far as the eye can see. We are still working to learn more information about what led up to this shooting, and we are expecting an update here soon. As soon as we get those details, we'll get them to you as soon as possible. Scott?
All right, Logan, thanks, and more coming up on Sunrise. We'll follow this investigation closely overnight. And again, all of those breaking developments you'll see on our website and, of course, on Sunrise, which begins at 4 o'clock. Now to a weather impact alert. Tomorrow we are expecting widespread storms. Some of them could be severe. We've had some rain out there tonight and some storms. Angela's here to time it all out for us.
Yes, main concern is tomorrow. What we've had on radar tonight, yes, a little bit of heavy rain, yes, some lightning, but nothing severe. So that's where we'll start this evening. Give you a quick update on what's happening right now. We still have a couple of spotty showers north of Indianapolis. We are in the eastern sections of Tipton County. These are tracking northeast and continue to weaken. We had a cell roll through parts of Monroe County. That continues to fall apart with just a few sprinkles around the Bloomington area. We are under that threat of severe weather tomorrow, upgraded to a level 3 threat. So what you should be thinking about now, what is my safety plan, and have several ways to get warnings. We're expecting the strongest storms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening.
All right, Angela, thanks. And again, when severe storms are here in central Indiana, you can stay up to date with our extended weather coverage over on WTHR Plus. That's where you can monitor live Doppler 13 radar and check in with our weather team. They'll be with you until the storms pass. Just download that free app to watch on your television. Tonight at 11, calls from Mayor Joe Hogsett to step down are now getting louder. This comes after several women came forward alleging his former chief of staff and former campaign manager, Thomas Cook, sexually harassed them. And tonight, a 4th counselor, Democrat Krista Carlino, joins the growing list of critics who say Mayor Hogsett mishandled the allegations. Carlino, as well as 2 other Democrats and 1 Republican, say Hogsett needs to resign. She is also the first counselor to call for the resignation of Council President Bob Osley. Tonight, members of the Administration and Finance Committee voted to allocate thousands of dollars to help pay for legal fees related to the investigation into the allegations against Cook. Our Alex Almanza has the fallout tonight from that discussion.
Well, councilors sent the $300,000 proposal to the full council for July's meeting, and that would help pay legal fees for the council's investigative committee. Now, an investigation found the mayor did follow the law, but many councilors say the scope was too narrow.
We still have a lot of questions in how this committee transpired and this investigation unraveled.
Before the vote, public commenters played audio of one accuser, Lauren Roberts, being removed from a council meeting last week, raising new concerns about silencing survivors. Advocates also shared data showing more than 400 harassment complaints against nationwide government since 2013 and pushed for urgent reforms. Then came the moment that shifted the room. Councilor Krista Carlino, who led the investigative committee, called for resignations.
Tonight, in this setting, I am calling for the resignation of Mayor Joe Hogsett. And furthermore, I am calling for the resignation of our council president and vice president from their roles.
Carlino says the law firm's probe didn't reflect the law that she helped write, launching the investigation in the first place, and she believed she was sidelined.
I think it's concerning that maybe the investigation itself wasn't following the letter and the spirit of the law, which is unlawful.
Republican Councilor Brian Mowry says the mayor is a distraction and questions using taxpayer money on an incomplete investigation.
I think we need to hold off on paying any bill because if I took my car to get it detailed and they only clean the windows, then I'm probably not going to pay for the full detail. I'm going to pay them for cleaning my windows.
The committee passed the measure in a 7-5 vote, but several councilors say they won't support final payment until they get more transparency. Proposal 164 now heads to the full council, And Carlino says she's gathering questions from the public and council members to submit to the law firm. That next vote is scheduled for the next council meeting, which is on July 7th. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Now, we did reach out to the mayor's office tonight looking for comment. The mayor released a statement saying, in part, my focus and that of my administration for the remainder of my term will be on the promises we made to create economic and social vitality and growth for the people of Indianapolis. I have no intention of resigning. Tonight, we want to take you underground to give you a first look at this enormous infrastructure project here in Indy that is almost done.
We are headed 267 feet below our Southport treatment plant, and we are headed to the bottom of our deep rock tunnel, DigIndy pump station cavern.
You know, it's sort of crazy to think about. 22 stories under our city, an extensive system to capture and treat more than 5 billion gallons of sewage every year. Indy's previous sewage systems were built more than 100 years ago, but this DigIndy project was all about upgrades, diverting waste into new tunnels, storing it until treatment plants have room for it, and keeping the sewage from the city's waterways. Peter Bloomquist owns Frank's Paddleboard's livery on the White River.
You can visually see a difference, absolutely. I've been a river rat a long time, and yeah, you can tell a difference when you're out there.
This project is expected to be fully online later this year. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. A woman is under arrest tonight accused of dealing drugs throughout the Indianapolis area. Police say the Indiana Crime Guns Task Force was monitoring the woman when officers say they saw her complete a drug deal. After her arrest, police say they discovered guns, conversion devices, and narcotics in her apartment. Hundreds of people just got the opportunity to get free legal assistance. This is all part of the Marion County Prosecutor's Office Second Chance Workshop. The Prosecutor's Office staff and volunteer attorneys come together to offer free legal assistance for things like getting a driver's license reinstated or criminal records expunged. People who didn't get in today were signed up to have a priority at future workshops this summer. Drivers can now get ready for lane and ramp closures coming to the northeast side of Indy. They'll be along 465 through the Clear Path work zone and scheduled to begin on Friday night at 9. INDOT crews will close the eastbound exit ramps to Allisonville and northbound 69. The Keystone exit on 465 East will also be closed. You can also expect closures along Benford Boulevard. Right now, some trees are dressed up in the Martindale-Brightwood neighborhood for the upcoming Bloom Box Festival. So to be fair, it may not be the right week for sweaters, but the trees do look great. You can find them along Delaware Street. It's all thanks to local artist Linda Belton with some help from her yarn graffiti gang at the Harrison Center. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app.